Week 1, the Bears dominated their first matchup against the Vikings. Can Minnesota get revenge? Find out next on EA Sports.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go from Minneapolis. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd and 10.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Swift, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That one on target to Moore. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Here's carry number 1 for Roschon Johnson. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have a Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert on 3rd and 1.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Vikings offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive, and he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Now, screen set up from Mason. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run it once more with Jones. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll try carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bears have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
The Bears offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They will run it over center with Swift. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Bears 1st down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Chicago.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline, it really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the give, it's Johnson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Another run here with Johnson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Taking off. He'll try to get there. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up with 1st and goal.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he's in. Roschon Johnson. Touchdown, Bears. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1, What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Next, the score, Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. A return now from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Duvernay to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Swift. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7. Sets up 3rd and 3. Here's Williams. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That complete to Swift. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. One of the tight ends motions right. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Here's 2nd and 2. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. A really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. One of the tight ends in motion right. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
handoff. It's Johnson. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. To throw, it's Williams. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Bears sending out their punt team. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And now flags fly as a gain of about 4 could be negated.
Offense.
McCarthy to the air on second down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
A gain of 16 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing again is McCarthy. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second and 2 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
On the give, it's Jones. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Jones. Good running inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way home. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Here's Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Here's Torrey Taylor now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Throw across his body is complete. 1st and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. He's got it! What a connection! He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. To the air once more is McCarthy. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Now he takes off.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Jets were able to get the road victory. Justin Fields leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see
3
more of the
points,
same
all that
after the break.
separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. LeBear's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That is caught downfield by Odunze. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Darnell Wright, guilty that time. A give, and here's Johnson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Handoff here, up the middle, and some good blocking. Springing up, a gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll put Addison in motion. This is Jones. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Kristen Darrisaw, the first-round pick in 2021. Guilty that time. On the handoff, Jones. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Brings up third down.
To throw, it's McCarthy. Now they'll set up the screen for Chandler.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. A play fake. Now Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
He'll try to run for it. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
The Bears send out their punt team. That is fielded at the 13. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Reichert now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Bears offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now it's Johnson. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. We'll just end up a little bit short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. On third down, it's Williams. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force the fourth down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
We're about ready now for the punt as he's standing right around his own goal line. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. You know, the reality is a lot of times bubble screens are just added on to a traditional run, and you're saying to the quarterback, don't hand the ball off if you don't think it's a good look. But what you're not counting for is that he decides to throw it out to the bubble, and you end up losing yardage.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. To throw is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. And now here comes the punt team. We forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The home team's offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They run it once more with Jones. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll run. This is Mason. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it's going to be third down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And this one, online, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On the give, it's Swift. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Johnson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he hit.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Woo. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Taking off, and he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. That's quickly out to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll put Addison in motion. A run. And here's Mason. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll put Addison in motion. On the ground is Mason. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Now a handoff. Jones. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. In motion, it's Jefferson. Back to the ground after the penalty. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So now, a big spot coming here. This to make it a 2-possession lead. His kick is good. He got it. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Williams to throw on second down. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. That's to Odunze again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And he indeed picks up a Bears 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Now, 2nd and 4. Throw it again. It's Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down. Williams to the air once more. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line. Throwing again, Williams. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals. With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. A season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.